YouTube, it's your girl Stayblowingminds Collection, back with another video. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Do not forget to like, comment, and even subscribe at the end of this video, y'all. Subscribe. Just click that notification bell. Anyway, so as the title suggests, I will be talking to you today about how I started my online business. Stay tuned.
No need to say what I've been through. He already know what I'm into. He be reading my mind like it's simple. Got him thinking my line like it's his too. Never gotta worry about no issues. He paid on time when I rent through. Made him ice on my neck and the wrist too.
So if you don't know me, my name is Stayblowingminds on social media. On my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, blah, blah, blah. So I started my Stayblowingminds Lash Line. So these are some tips of how I started the process. So of course, my Instagram, Stayblowingminds, was like my brand name, like just the name that, you know, social media knew me as. So I first started like, what am I gonna call my company? You know, I'm coming out with eyelashes. First of all, you need to know what your niche is. What are you known for? What do people like about you? So I've always been a hustler. I've always been selling something, you know. I first started out selling wigs. I was selling, you know, lace frontal wigs when they were, you know, the mixed fibers with the synthetic and the human blend. Then I started selling clothes. I was selling a lot of midi dresses, like bodycon stuff. And then I started selling eyelashes. So I got into wearing a lot of lashes, and people used to always ask me like, hey girl, where do you get your lashes from? Oh my god, I love your hair. So I was like, you know what, maybe I could capitalize off of being in the beauty industry. So I said, you know what, why not? The first thing that you need to do when starting out a business, figure out what you're gonna call your business. You gotta make sure that your brand can be expandable. You don't want to say Jykesie's lashes and then you want to sell wigs and add wigs, Jykesy lashes and wigs. No. So for me, I just called my line the Stayblowingminds Collection, mainly because my social media platform was Stayblowingminds, and I'm like, I can have a collection, so when I do decide to grow my brand, I can expand. The next thing you want to do, you want to start a logo. You want to find a logo affordable within your budget, whatever is good for you. For me, I did have a budget. My budget was maybe like $5,000 to start the business. You're not gonna pay somebody $200 to like make a logo for you. So there's this amazing app that I tell my close friends and family members about, or even people that even just ask, even if I don't know you and you want to know. The app is called Fiverr, Fiverr. I'm gonna link a picture of the app in the video, and it's an app where a lot of people from different countries, when it comes to, you know, digital marketing, when it comes to graphic design, when it comes to, even if you're in school and you want somebody to write a paper for you, girl, the app got somebody. You paying somebody $30 and you handing in that essay, honey. Yeah, so that's an app that I used, and that I found a graphic designer to create my logo. I kind of gave them an idea and a description of what I was looking for, and they came out with an amazing logo. Your first step is getting your name. Your second step is getting yourself a logo. And then your third step, when it comes to doing your research on starting your branding or finding your product, you gotta do some in-depth research. There's a lot of different apps that you could use to find wholesalers. A lot of people run to AliExpress and stuff like that and say, hey, I want to buy some cheap hair, or I want to buy some cheap lashes, $2 this, $2 that. Nothing cheap is good, baby. So for my eyelashes, my eyelash line, like, if you go on my website, www.stayblowingminds.com, and read my reviews, people will let you know that my lashes last. This is not no $2 AliExpress lashes, baby. I can tell you that right now. Okay? Start by using an app called Alibaba. When you go on Alibaba, you need to type in whatever it is that you're looking for. You're going to see all type of companies. You're going to see some companies that you've already seen on AliExpress. Everybody's merged into one. But you're going to in-depth research your products, read the reviews. How long has this company been in business? How long have they been selling wholesale for this company? How much do you get in bulk? When they ship it to you, you need to test out your product. I started out and I used maybe like 7 different vendors, and I tested out my products. I was like, is this are my lashes shedding? Can they be washed? Do they keep their curl? Is the band comfortable? These are things that you need to know. You can't see somebody starting out a brand or a business and think that, oh, sis could do it. Why her, not me? You don't know how in-depth that person did their research. Something cheap is not always good, my friends. I paid top dollar for the quality of the lashes that I have. I listen to my customers' reviews and they tell me I've had my lashes for 3 months, I've had my lashes for 6 months, I've washed my lashes and they came back brand new. These are things that you want to hear. Then packaging, that's another thing. You want to test out everything. Order samples. Once you order samples and you test out the quality and say, do I want to put my name on something like this? Do I want to? It's like basically people are trusting your judgment. So you're reviewing these things and say, hey, what can I change about this product to make it my own? I would get samples from different companies and I would put 2 lashes together and said, I want something that looks like these 2 together. I would take pictures, I would talk to my suppliers, and they will create my lashes that I want, because they're all handmade. It's not like, oh, they fell off of a truck and this is what I'm selling to you. You know, they're handcrafted. So at one point while I was selling my lashes, I will get a batch that does not look identical to the batch that I had before. I had to switch vendors at some point because they weren't consistent enough for me. Once you are starting a brand, this is your baby. You have to make sure that these people are meeting your expectations. Testing out stuff, I started giving my friends samples. Tell me, what do you think about that? How long did it last? When you washed it, did it retain its curls? I started doing my research. I tried mink hair, I tried horse hair, I tried synthetic hair, synthetic blend, just to see what was working for me. What did I think that I would spend $30 on? Do your research. Do not follow a lot of these other companies and say, oh, I'm selling lashes a wholesale, I'm selling vendors. You could buy a vendor list from somebody and it's a vendor list that they wouldn't even use themselves. The quality may not be up to par. So I always did my own research and I found my lashes. When I tell you that my vendors are so A1, they take their time with me. So the person that I may buy my lashes from may not be the same person that I buy my packaging from. So I have a different company that I support my packages. Sometimes it will be cheaper to get everything in one, but I've had companies give me boxes that fall apart and I'm like, oh no, I can't sell this. So when you're on Alibaba and you find a great company that you want to work with, you start by getting samples. Once you get samples, you're testing out your samples. Don't just put it on your eye one time and think, oh, this feels good, this feels nice. No, you need to take it, put it on your eye, clean the band, see if it rips easily, even wash the lashes, see if it maintains its curls. Those are different ways that you could test out your lashes. Also another tip when you're buying lashes, you don't want to use a plastic band. It's very uncomfortable for your customers. My bands are made out of cotton, so look for companies that, you know, their band are made out of cotton. Very comfortable, way easier to apply your lashes. When they're made out of plastic, they kind of point and they're not bendable. They just stay there. You put them on and then they're both pointing this way. You're trying to put it on this side, put it on that side, and one side won't stick up. It's a mess. Cotton band are the most amazing bands that you could have on your lashes. Also, when you're wearing really good mink lashes, you do not want to use hair glue, people. Stop this. When your band is made out of cotton, it's like using the hair glue and dropping it on your shirt and you're trying to pick it off. What happens? The fibers from your shirt start shedding because now you're pulling apart the actual cotton off your clothes. Same thing with your lashes. So keep in mind, whenever you're coming out with packaging, try to be creative. Do not copy another company and say, hey, I like how their packaging look, I'm just gonna do the same thing. No, I designed my packaging from my head. I came up with this. I don't know if you have seen these before, but I liked the mysteriousness about it. You don't know what's inside. You see this packaging. That's the first thing that people would compliment when I would sell them their lashes. They was like, oh my God, your packaging is so nice. This was back in 2017, keep in mind. Now, you know, the lash industry have exploded. Everybody looks good. A lot of stuff are colorful. Amazing. I like the classic vibe. I did this white textured material and then I love gold. So I said, I want little gold flakes all over my lashes, you know, and I wanted my logo right on the top. Then at the back, I also made sure I did my little catchphrase, every day is a lash day. I always put my Instagram page and my email address at the back, just everything, you know, that you needed. And voila, here's my lashes. And then I decided, let me expand. Let me get a luxury box. Let me get like a bonus little box that, you know, everybody would love. So people would buy like 3 and 4 lashes at a time from me. I said, let me do something for them and do a value pack and have like all 3 lashes in one. It came with a lash applicator. It came with adhesive. Anywho, so after you found your company that you would love to work with in terms of your lashes, don't think that you have to use what they have. You can have them customize your lashes to your style, what you want, what you need. I customize lengths. When I first heard that they were making 25mm lengths, there was lashes that they didn't even have in 25mm. I'm like, can you make this for me in 25mm? Like, for example, my obnoxious lashes. My obnoxious lashes was my best selling lashes, and I had them customized and made a 25mm length version for me. I found that next thing you want to do, after you found your packaging, after you found your vendor that you want to work with, then you need to start promoting your brand. You invest your money, you start up, you do a little event. Why not host an event, invite everybody from your city that you know, launch your party. If you notice, a lot of people have this big launch event. It brings more traffic to your social media. It brings more awareness to your brand. People will support you on the spot, you know. Next thing you need to do, you need to find influencers. Don't think that you need to hit up the first big influencer that you see on social media. Keep in mind, you're still on a budget. A lot of these influencers charge a lot of money to promote your brand. So what I did, I'm not gonna call any of my you know, influencers names. I found influencers that I saw had so much potential. Maybe they had 5,000 followers, maybe they had 12,000 followers, and I said, yo, this person's look is amazing. Could you imagine my lashes on these people's eyes? I wrote a script out. I would send them emails, I would send them DMs, and a lot of them loved my lashes. I would promote my lashes myself. I would also have, you know, some of my friends that did makeup and stuff like that promote my lashes, and then I started showing them some of my lashes. And at the time, like, my lashes was like some of the best that was out there, like in terms of boldness, dramatics, stuff like that. And a lot of them are like, oh my god, I would love to work with you for free. It was like, yes honey. And keep in mind, influencers start out, when they grow, you grow. A lot of them started out doing their makeup. I had people that were doing in Facebook lives every couple of days out of the week. They would always promote my lashes. My following went up like this. So they grew, I grew. So even before you even launch your event, get a good web designer. If you don't want to pay a web designer, you could always go on Wix, you could always go on Shopify and make a simple little, you know, website. I hired a web designer to make my website. She was affordable. She taught me a lot because I didn't know a lot myself. No one has time to be standing up in the line at the post office every week or every 2 days to ship off your thing. Get yourself a label maker. There's so many scams going on nowadays days. For me, for my website, whenever I ship anything out, I'm shipping it with some tracking, baby. A lot of people will say they never got their product. You'll lose a lot of money. And then always have a standard shipping rate. When you have a standard shipping rate, say for instance, you're shipping to New York versus you're shipping to Chicago. New York may be $6, Chicago may be $8. Have a standard shipping rate of maybe $7, meet in between. So that means you charge an extra $1 to ship to New York, but you charge $1 less to ship to Chicago, and that evens itself out, so you're not losing. You know what I mean? Your shipping rates always have to be reasonable. The first thing that people think about when they're shipping is like, damn, your shipping is that expensive? For people like me that live in Toronto, it's expensive to ship, period. So keep in mind, a lot of brands have no choice. A lot of companies have no choice, especially small black owned businesses. We have no choice. Cut us some slack. However, I always have a little discount code, a coupon code to help you save some dollars so you don't feel so bad for paying for the shipping. And then the next thing that I did when I started my business, a lot of people were doing little pop-up shops. I tried to get myself out there, get my brand out there. Sometimes I spent more money preparing for the pop-up shop than I actually made at the pop-up shop, because like the city that I live in, they don't like to spend their coin, honey. But it is what it is. But it also got my face out there, my brand out there. And another thing that I see a lot of people doing, they hide behind their brand a little bit. They don't want people to know it's them. Oh, people are not going to support me. Who cares? There's a whole world out there. People in your city that know you may not support you. I'm a Canadian brand, and a lot of my customers are from the US. Shout out to those people in New York. Shout out to those people in the UK. Shout out to those people in California. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys support me way more than some people in my city support me. And I still appreciate the people in my city because they know what it is. They see it. They support it. Some people even started their own brand because maybe they felt like I started a brand, they could start a brand. Congratulations to you and your brand as well. Everybody's luck is not the same, and you got to keep in mind, push your product, push your brand. If you don't believe in you, nobody is going to believe in you. Make sure your product is something that you're proud to put your name on. If you are just looking for a get rich, flip some money, oh, your little sugar daddy boyfriend gave you a little $5,000, you trying to flip it, if your heart's not in it, your business is not going to strive. A lot of companies are selling vendors. Of course they're selling vendors, but are they vendors that they looked for and did their research with their blood, sweat, and tears? Maybe not. So maybe you need to put in your own blood, sweat, and tears and look for your vendors. I really hope that this video was very informative for you. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below, guys. I respond to my comments. I appreciate you guys so much for supporting my journey on this YouTube platform thus far. I appreciate you guys. Bye.
No need to say what I've been through. We already know what